What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. My name is Splat, and today we're diving back on into Caves of Qud. I like this game a lot. I'm no good at it, and I've never gotten very far in it, but I have like 50 hours played. Haven't played it in about a year, but I did refresh my memory last night and play a couple runs, because this game is short and swiftly full of death. This is more than likely one of the best roguelikes ever made. Like, you can really kind of toss it up into the air. It's either this, Tales of Majayal, or quite possibly Cataclysm DDA. Like, those are the three. Although I think there's also a strong argument to be made for Doom RL. Because who doesn't enjoy like the little like, who doesn't want to drop on in and get that episode 1, you know, map 1 music? But anyways, let's play some Caves of Qud and see if we can avoid a horrible death in a strange mutant world. We're going to create a new character. We can decide if we want to be a mutated human or if we want to be a true kin. So this world is sort of like a Gamma World type setting where everybody is mutated, like everybody is half antelope or has like antlers or hoofs or claws or fur and stuff like that. Basically, everyone in this universe is kind of gnarly. You can choose to be a normal person, which is to say mutated, or you can choose to be pristine, which means you're one of the few people remaining in the world who is not mutated. Now, there comes with some benefits here, like mutated is much more interesting because you can create like a 4-eyed goat monster if you want. You can create like a half slime monster that shoots electrified spikes at people. Mutated is definitely more interesting. If you're looking for a more classic roguelike experience, you may want to go true kin, just because they are a normal human being with super high stats. They can actually get cyberware, so they can have cybernetic parts added to them. They get a ton more skill points than all the mutated people in exchange for not getting mutation points. They get bonus resistances based on where they come from. They can also turn undead, except instead of turning undead, they turn robots. And they get a ton of reputation with the Puritans of this universe, the Putus Templars. We're going to go mutated, because mutated is fun. I'd like to make a fighter-type character, so we're going to go with strength. That's how much melee damage we do. We're going to go with agility. That's how accurate we are when we fight with our weapons. We can go with toughness, which is about the amount of HP we're going to start out with. Every point pretty much gives you 1 more HP. Intelligence affects how many skill points you get in between levels. And actually, you kind of want most of your characters to be somewhat... You want them to be somewhat intelligent. You don't want to be missing skill points, because skill points are really important in this game. So, like, we're going to even all these out. I don't really care about ego, because I'm not going to be doing a lot of haggling. I'm not going to be getting a lot of mental mutations. We're going to be doing a lot of physical mutations. Willpower-wise, we can probably minimize the damage to willpower just so we have a slightly better chance to resist, although still a negative. Now we've got 16 points remaining. I'm going to take that up to 18. I'm going to take that up to 18. I'm going to take intelligence up to 18 as well. And then maybe we'll take strength up to 20, and we'll take agility up to 20. And then from there, that leaves us with enough points that we can either lower our ego damage, or we can actually give that a nice even score right there. Really kind of depends what you want to do. And it's really your call for how you want to play that. We will be getting bonuses from our chosen class to these stats as well. So it wouldn't entirely kill us to put like a hangover odd point right there if we really wanted to. We might be able to capitalize on it later. Let's do that. Now we've got to pick our mutations. So this is where the game gets interesting, because there are a huge amount of things that you can pick from to make your character unique, interesting. You can get like defects and things of that nature to give yourself weaknesses in exchange for getting extra points if you want. You can give yourself like mental defects, like blinking tics and narcolepsy. You can be socially repugnant. You can basically do all the similar stuff you can do in stuff like, oh, I don't know, Project Zomboid. For right now, let's pick all the positives that we're going to get, and then later on down the line, we'll decide what negatives we want to take. For the moment, we want to go with Chimera, because that means we can only get physical manifestations of our mutational abilities. That means that we're only going to get stuff like extra musculature and claws and things of that nature. We're not going to get any psychic powers or any laser eyes or any like crazy hearing or anything else like that. Actually, I guess crazy hearing would be a physical mutation, wouldn't it? We could also go with an unstable genome, which will give us an extra mutation that doesn't manifest right away, but when we gain a level, there's a 33% chance that we get to choose free mutations. That's pretty good. That's not a terrible idea, but it is highly up to RNG, so you might get 8 levels and never get a single free mutation. But you might also get 8 levels and get a free mutation every single time. You may get mutations that you don't want that like mess with your build. This is truly kind of the interesting mode right here where you're like, well, come what may, I don't know what's going to happen, but we'll do the best we can with it. Let's go with, we've got adrenal claws over here. I mean, we've got extra quickness so that we can have 5 adrenaline flow grades. We can get faster so that we can get double moves and stuff like that. That'd be kind of crazy. That would definitely be something interesting. We can get a carapace that gives us extra armor and extra resistances, but also makes us hit a lot softer. We also get immobilized, though, if we get knocked prone. My recommendation for what you should always take in this game is night vision. Otherwise, you got to waste one hand. You can't dual wield, and you can't use a shield. You're going to have to be carrying a torch all the time if you don't have night vision. So I recommend night vision. Let's take that. And then we can be double muscled. That'd be kind of cool. We lose movement speed, but we get a ton of extra strength. We can be carnivorous. We can fart explosive corrosive gas. We can fart electricity like Thor. We can shoot flames or freezing bolts out of our hands. We can get heightened quickness. Yeah, let's do that. We'll take heightened quickness. And then we can also take regeneration, which seems pretty sweet. We can get some slime glands, or we can get thick fur. Let's go with thick fur. Let's do that. And so that's all of our mutation points allocated right there. Seems pretty rad. And then we can choose what our class is going to be. All of these classes are going to give you additive bonuses to make you kind of more awesome. I think Marauder is probably the best choice we can take here, since that'll give us an extra strength point, which will bump us up to a +3 to our damage. We could also go with things like Tinker, which will make us a little bit smarter and give us more skill points. There are things here that are optimal. They are less optimal than they used to be, but like when you played this game a year or so ago, there was like, I forget what class it was, but it was the class that like everybody's like, oh, you should always take that just because the class skill is so good that you can't even ignore it. This guy gets Tinkering, he gets Scavenging. I believe with Tinkering and Scavenging, it means when he walks over trash piles, he gets little bits and bobs, and sometimes he gets artifacts. You can be an Apostle, which allows you to intimidate things and proselytize. You can be a Gunslinger, which means that you can dual-wield pistols and shoot people. That would be kind of the... If we wanted to go range, we would go Gunslinger. If we wanted to go melee, we'll go Marauder. I don't know what I'd rather go with. I think we should go with Marauder, though. That's what I'm kind of leaning towards. I guess we start out with Axe skill right there if we really wanted to. I don't know if I want to use axes. I kind of want to use swords. What over here uses swords? Arconaut uses swords. Yeah, let's do Arconaut then, because I want her to use swords a little bit, and that'll give us sword skill. Our character creation is pretty much done, so now all we really need to do is choose our starting location. I always recommend you start in Joppa. Joppa is kind of like the standardized Caves of Qud experience, where there's an increase in difficulty every single dungeon. It's still incredibly deadly. Like, you can 100% still die in the first dungeon, even though it says it's for new players. But at the same time, you get kind of a rigid structure, and you get an introduction to the storyline and the universe of Qud, where you've got people you could talk to that can kind of give you your bearings and everything else. So let's do that. We got to choose our name. I think my name is going to be what it always is, Frack. That's always the name that I choose when I play this game. I don't know why, but that's what I'm going to go with. And into the world of Qud we go. On the 10th of Tibet Ux, you arrive at the oasis hamlet of Joppa, along the far rim of Mograyi, the Great Salt Desert. All around you, moisture farmers tend to groves of Viridian water vine. There are huts wrought from rock salt and brine stock. On the horizon, Qud's jungles strangle chrome steeples and rusted archways to the earth. Further and beyond, the fabled spindle rises above the fray and pierces the cloud-ribboned sky. So here we are. We are in the middle of Joppa. So when you arrive in Joppa, there's a couple things you should really consider doing. You should raid these houses. Make sure you close the door behind you. But you should absolutely steal from all of these houses. This place we struck out. There's only wooden arrows here, but I'm going to take them just in case. Up this way, I don't remember if there's a chest in that house. There might be one in this house over here. This game's kind of like Tales of Majayal, where the dungeons are randomized, but the cities are always the same. And so, like, when you get to those cities, you should kind of be careful and, like, grab stuff. We got some more wooden arrows here. We got a leather cap. We've got 3 bandages, which is actually a pretty good find. And then we've also got a cracked lens over here. I don't remember what all the symbology means in this game. There's like little C's and A's and B's and D's. As I recall, that denotes like if you start crafting, which actually I think the Arcanaut is probably pretty good at. If you start crafting, I think like the recipe is related that way. It'll be like CAB, for example, which means you need anything of C class, anything of A class, and anything of B class in order to craft it, if I remember right. The little symbols next to the wooden buckler, basically the diamond is your armor. It's a flat reduction in damage from what I remember. So the higher your armor is, the less damage you take when you get hit. And then the little circle is your dodge rating. And so this right here would buff our armor by 1, but it would reduce our dodge by 1. Whereas the leather cap over here would just give us 1 free armor. So we'll go ahead and equip that right now because it's free armor. Why not take it? Sounds like a really good plan to me. Now we can also take a look at our equipment menu right here if we wanted to. It looks like we're not wearing a cape or anything on our arm right now. We've got a bronze short sword which has 5 penetration. That means if the enemy has 5 armor, we can bypass that basically. I don't know what our totals are right now. I'm pretty sure we can find that somewhere, but I don't recall where that's at. Well, I'm not seeing it right now, but I thought there was a place where it basically gave you a summary of all your stats. I'm sure it's around somewhere, but I don't want to dig through it in the middle of an episode. I kind of want to get to it because I'm excited about playing some Qud. I haven't played this in a really long time. Apparently, I can touch the cat. You pet Tesiphus. Tesiphus meows, and you begin glowing. Apparently, it's a mutant cat. Live and drink, my friend. May you find shade in Joppa. What can you tell me about this city? You would be wise to speak with Elder Irodad. Look for his hut to the north. Okay, I'm in search of work. Some critters are eating our water vine. Farouk claims he saw one slinking around a vine patch. Ugly little thing, he says, pale white with 8 legs and an ear-splitting whine. I noticed a bit of red dirt in the water vine pool, the same kind that we find in the soil at a nearby cave to the north that we call Red Rock. If you travel to Red Rock and kill as many of those creatures as you can, bring back the corpse of one, too. Elder Irodad will reward you for your efforts. Okay, I will do as you ask. Live and drink, friend. If you're wondering why they say live and drink, this is a desert world where all of the water is salt water. So basically the currency du jour of this universe is water. You walk around with water skins, and every dram of that water counts as basically like a gold coin. The thing is, you're going to be drinking your water as you survive in the world, so every time you need a drink, you're basically spending your money. And like your currency and like your thread of life in this world. Who is this over here? Apparently there's a Java update that just needed to tell me about it right this second. Ain't they wishing the heart keep pumping? Move along if they do. Let's go ahead and we'll trade. Do you have anything? You've got a glow sphere, which is actually a pretty good item. You could put that in your offhand and it's basically an infinite torch. I don't remember what herberry is. We can sell some of this stuff that we have on us, although we don't really have that much, so be forewarned, we may not be able to get much cash out. We've had a really bad, like, usually what you want when you open up those chests in people's houses is you want to find artifacts, things like guns and kind of, like, they've forgotten what technology is in this game, and so you'll find things like a folding chair, like a lawn chair, and they won't know what it is, but you can sell it to a vendor because they'll be like, ooh, it's an ancient artifact. And so anyways, you can sell things like a box of crayons, you know, and they won't know what that is. We got some bark armor over here. We can take that, some leather moccasins, and a bent metal sheet. I'm probably not going to use any of it, but this guy down here is a trader, so we may be able to do something with him. Welcome, friend. What do you desire? I'm Frack. Who are you? It's a pleasure, friend Flack. I am Tam. What kind of creature are you? I am a dromad, my friend, a salt strider. My people have blacked the salt for thousands of years, meeting every creature that lives and thinks. You will not find better, more resourceful traders in all of Qud than we. Okay. Do you live here? Joppa is my home, yes. Once I walked to Mograyi like so many of my brethren, but upon meeting Elder Irodad, I knew at once to settle down here. You'll understand if you speak with him. Okay. Well, I mean, we can trade with him. So, like, for example, we can get rid of the moccasins, we can get rid of the bark armor, we can get rid of the arrows. We can probably get rid of the torch since we have night vision. That doesn't seem that important. We can probably get rid of all these little knickknacks and whatnot too. I'm going to keep the buckler because I think I'm going to equip it. But from there, I don't know if he has anything that I want. If he has any bandages or anything, I'll take his vine wafers for sure. I can't afford his star apples, unfortunately. He does have bandages. So technically, I could... Let's see here. My trade is worth 12.81 drams. I guess I could take one right there. We'll offer it. He will pony up 5 drams of water to even up the trade. I agree. So there it is. We got our first $5 in the game universe. Just be aware, we got really crappy chests, so unfortunately, we're not going to be setting out with a lot of money or a lot of other stuff. What is that right there? The fire breathes warmth on your bones. Oh, nice, we can cook now. You weren't able to do that the last time I played the game. There's nothing in there. Would you like to store an item? No. This is one of those games that's always updating and becoming more complicated. So, for example, I have no idea what the water ritual is. I would have to Google that. That didn't exist the last time that I played the game. What can live and drink, Wayfarer? Welcome to the Oasis of Joppa. Here you will find shade and victual along with other provisions to help you better scour the rust caves for treasure. Above all else, you may drink of our fresh water and quench your thirst. Okay. What can you tell me about the city? It's an oasis hamlet, nestled between the eastern reaches of the Great Salt Plains and the jungles of Qud. We are a community of water vine farmers. These groves lie along some of the few tracts of land tame enough to grow water vine. Okay, what can you tell me about Qud? It's a strange and terrifying mesa to the northeast. Her tainted rivers breathe life in all its motley forms. Her poisoned jungles shelter priceless relics of the forgotten past. But that is just half of it, for Qud's most precious treasures and her most hideous children lie within the innumerable chrome caverns beneath the scarlet loam. To ply those silver hollows, a spry adventurer's dream. The years have wizened me on such foolish ambitions, but you, be not so deterred. All right, well, my thanks, Elder. Right now, we can go adventure if we wanted to. We can press the minus key on our numpad. It'll take us up to the world map, which is right here. And you'll see that there's a mesa to the north of us. That's Red Rock. So I think we should go after that. So we'll go ahead and move on in. We finished a quest step right there. So we've traveled to Red Rock so that we can investigate and figure out what is eating the water vine. Apparently I'm hungry right now. So I think what I'll do... Well, we may need to track down some food. I don't have any food. It looks like we... Wait, do I have food? Hold on. That unfolds right there. There we go. We got canned mystery meat. Go ahead and eat that right there. You eat the canned mystery meat. It's bland, but for a film of fat. Why were the precursors so averse to knowing what they ate? We are now sated and tumescent. Tumescent basically is like a really, really fancy $5 word for moist. It can also mean like slightly inflamed, I guess. It's kind of a joking sexual term in a lot of cases that people use. That's the best way I know how to describe it to you. I don't know what to say other than that. I'm going to equip that buckler right there because I don't care about my dodge rating. Ah, there's the entrance to the cavern. Let's go for it by pressing the plus key. There is a... What is that right there? That right there is a snapjaw scavenger. Tussocks of fur, dressed skin stretched over taut muscle. Upright she stands, but she looks ready to drop onto fours. Her snout snarls and her ears twitch. She barks and her hyena tribesmen answer. So they get +1 to hit and penetration for every other swarmer around them. Let's go ahead and smack this dude. We've killed it. We are pretty hurt right now, though, and we died instantaneously upon entering. We'll try this again. That didn't go so well, but that's Qud right there. That's Qud. All right, so we're back at Red Rock again. Last time we kind of died horribly, which was a bit of a mistake. It happens to the best of us, but it's Qud, man. Qud is a deadly game like that. There's a structural scanning bracelet. What does that do? A wrist-mounted display device that gives detailed readouts on the structural integrity of simple inanimate objects and its surrounding. All right. And then we've got a weird artifact right there, too. We should probably check that out. We've got kudzu vine all over the place, too. Also, I'm a little bit hungry. Let's watch out for the kudzu vine. There's those little red things to the right of us, those little bramble patch-looking things. There's also, like, death gas everywhere, which is kind of concerning me. We'll kind of just go around everything, I guess. Not really much of an option. Apparently, I'm in a world of pissed-off mushrooms right now. Always fun to be in a world of pissed-off mushrooms. The kudzu is continuing to attempt to murder me. I'm not going to go by any of those things. You spot a lava weep. You note the location of the lava weep in your locations. Oh, cool. That's new as well. I don't think I've ever heard of a lava weep. You rifle through the trash and find a corroded circuit board. Oh, nice. Cool. Yeah, those little... So you see those little sparkles that come up when I step on those things? Those are trash piles. And the trash piles will give me loot because I have the Tinkerer stat. I guess I could kill some of these kudzu vines if I really wanted to. I don't know what that is on the ground right there, but I'm going to leave it alone. I could look at it with the L key, but I'm being lazy right now. Being very, very lazy. I don't know where the entrance to the dungeon is. It's got to be around here somewhere. Dungeon? Oh, there's treasure chests everywhere. Ooh, more weird artifacts. I'll take those for sure. Yup. Got another weird artifact right there. We've got a data disk and a... Oh, I don't want to learn it. I just want to get it. And then a maintenance security card. A paper-thin access card which will open doors in the depths of Qud. Yeah, it's probably a super useful item if I knew what I was doing right now. But it's been so long since I played last. Let's take a look here. We are going to find the entrance to this cave. Alright, I don't know where it is, but... Oh, really? The kudzu vine hit me with a critical hit. That sucks. Alright, we'll kill that off. It's blocked by a dandy cap. Alright, well maybe... Slender short bow with a wooden arrow. You reload it. I guess I could try to kill it. I don't know if that's a wise idea. There we go. It's all out of the way. We're good to go. I just had to murder it real fast. Let's go down to the next floor and see if we can actually, like, live this time. Oh, there's a seed-spitting vine. That's unfortunate for me. Since we've got regen, I'm going to hang out here for a second to regenerate my health. We got a chest nice and early with some vine wafer, a club, a staff, and a water skin with 30 drams of honey. Let's go through these trash piles and see if we can find anything good in there. Got any enemies around? Oh, we don't want to mess with that. That's a mistake over there. That thing right there will mess you up. It's called a young ivory, and they pop up out of the ground, and they can, like, one-shot you for, like, 1,000 damage. It sucks. I would not recommend messing with them. They will hurt you. What is that right there? A small... Oh, something just got smashed over here. Guess I'll kill that little dude. Something's shooting at me. What's shooting at me? Let's get around the corner real fast and see if it follows. It might be somebody with a bow. Or it might just be a seed-spitting vine. I have no idea. It is a seed-spitting vine. Okay, so we'll kill the seed-spitting vine. We're going to take this very slowly because that's really all you can do in this situation. And what kind of loot do we have over here? We got a pocketed vest. We've got a bronze mace. We've got a woven tunic. What just hit me? Oh, I'm being shot at by another vine. Lovely. Okay, well, we'll take our time then here. Oh, that's not good. Let's fight the Snapjaw Overlord, I guess. We may not win this fight. Pretty good chance we're going to get wrecked, but with regeneration, we can kind of kite him out a little bit. Come on. Oh, he's fine now? Well, that's not good. Come on, man. Die. Just do me a favor and die already. There we go. We killed him. All right, so we've gained a level. We're now level 2. That's a good thing. Let's just hang out here for a second and regenerate. We've got ourselves some cloth overalls, a bronze dagger on that dead body. We've got a studded leather armor right there. I am interested in that. Let's get the studded leather armor, and we'll strap that on real fast. We're at 160 out of 315 pounds right now as far as what we can carry. And so we want to, like, take this slow. I'm actually going to equip the buckler. Yeah, equip the buckler. And then where is that armor at? Armor, you around here? There you are. All right, equip that. It gives us an extra armor, and that's all you can really ask for in this situation. So at the moment, our armor value is 3, which means we're getting 3 damage reduction on every hit. Our dodge value is 7, which is not amazing, but it's not terrible either. There's a campfire remain right there. We got to find this seed-spitting vine over here before he messes us up. I got to kill the kudzu vine before we go any further. I'm going to kind of retreat for a second. Maybe regenerate ever so slightly before we fight that guy. He had an iron mace, so he's now down. But we appear to be okay. Is this fresh water right here? I like to check these puddles. These puddles can be useful for figuring out. Let's see here. It's brackish water. Okay, so that's not going to be helpful to us. I'll kill this dude off. We got a kudzu vine right there. The sappy kudzu dies. Oh, really? It's sappy. Okay. We got a dreadroot tuber, I guess. And that is a sap pool, but we're stuck in it. All right, we'll have to pay attention to that. The enemies, if they chase us, we may have to go over the sap pool, and that would be bad. We didn't get anything in the trash pile. I'm going to kind of disengage early here. Like, maybe he'll get stuck. It looks like we're dealing damage right now. We're not really taking too much either. Although we do have a bowman coming after us now, which is bad. Let's kind of eliminate his backup the best we can. There we go. We're still alive, albeit just barely. We got down to 50% health, which is never good. Oh, he's got chainmail. Really? Okay. Yeah, press G for get, and then chainmail apparently is the same as studded leather armor. We'll have to see what the difference is between the two, because I'm willing to bet there's some kind of difference between those two. There's a trash pile right there. Apparently I can pick up the trash. I didn't really want to, but I wanted to search it with my tinker ability because I know I've been skipping stuff down here. In general, we've kind of had bad luck, though. Let's maybe attack that right there. If you want to attack something like freehand, you hold down the control key and then just press the direction on the numpad, in case you were wondering how that all works. If you wanted to, like, force attack, I guess. We've got a rusted longsword right there. Not that useful. And we've got brackish water right there. We've also got a... Let's see here. What is that? A young ivory? Yeah, that needs to go then. Young ivories are kind of terrifying. Oh, we found a burnt capacitor. Nice. Take that. What are you? It's a dread root. Apparently I'm bleeding because I've been smacked for 12 damage by the vine. Or I'm sorry, by the weird ivory or whatever it is. We need to find our bandages on here and we need to apply those. Do I not have any bandages? Oh no. I don't think I have any bandages. We may bleed out. 'Tis possible. Oh, good, we stopped bleeding. We're not going to die to something incredibly stupid, but super common in Qud. You see that puddle of blood right there on the ground? That is all my blood. Like, every last ounce of my blood got smacked out by that young ivory. We aren't really at the point in the game yet where we can step on young ivories without fearing for our safety. I'll kill you. I need to get away from that spitting vine, though. That spitting vine's going to cause problems. They can, like... Oh, somebody's shooting arrows, too. Hold on, let's get behind cover. We'll let them follow us up real fast. Are they coming? They are not, but I caught him and we can kill him and we're now level 3, so that's good. There's an iron longsword here. There's a bronze dagger and a short bow. I'd be tempted by the iron longsword. I don't know how much... I don't know how good it is, but I'll take it. What do I have right now? Like, what is my thing that I'm rocking at the moment? So I've got a quilted shawl on. We've got a vinewood mask on, which is basically like a Bart gas mask. We've got a bow, we've got leather moccasins, we've got a 6 penetration 1d3 weapon. Yeah, I'll probably swap that out for the sword. Like, it's got really good penetration, but the damage is just not there. We've got a flaming bronze dagger right there. I don't know if I want to use that or not. The music's so spooky right now, I'm kind of scared for my safety. We'll kill that, we'll kill that. The jilted lover tried to get me. It tried real hard, but it didn't. The jilted lovers are these things on the walls right here. They grab onto you and they won't let go, hence the name. Honestly, we haven't seen any fresh water or anything in here. It's been kind of concerning. We're going to need some fresh water before too long. We've got another room right here. We can flee back up the stairs if this gets too dangerous, but we've killed off that snapjaw right there. Ow. We've been critically hit. It hurts critically. All right, let's go back upstairs and we'll just wait on this guy. See if he comes up after us. Sometimes they do. Looks like he's smarter than he looks. We may just have to catch him. Apparently I'm famished now. We need to eat some food. They're going to try to kite us. Oh, dude, there's another archer back there. We kind of have problems. At least this bought me space to eat something. What do I have right now? I got star apples. Yeah, eat the star apple. I think we're okay for the moment, but it sort of depends. Oh, apparently there is something on the stairs right now. There we go. We killed one of them. I'm going to wait and see what this guy does. These guys are usually pretty tough. Well, never mind. We managed to traipse our way through it. We've got club, we got furs, we got a longsword right there. There's a couple goodies down and around. Nothing that, like, I'm super, super interested in keeping just yet, though. We'll take the copper nugget since that's a trade item. Ow, dude. Okay, so what I need you to do... Oh, he hit his buddy. He missed a shot and hit his buddy. The enemies are kind of dumb like that. Like, your shots can actually vary in this game and go off target, and, like, they'll just hit whatever they travel through. Like, that's just a fact. Whatever they travel through, they will hit. And so he shot his own friend right there. Iron dagger, leather cap. We got a woven tunic. Nothing sexy in there. I think we're okay. But yeah, this is Caves of Qud. Probably one of the best roguelikes ever made, if I do say so myself. I really like this game. I take breaks from it, but I always end up coming back and playing way, way, way too much. I don't know what that thing is. A horned chameleon? Well, you better... Oh, I died to a horned chameleon? Lame, dude. Oh, he hit me for 15. Well, that explains it. This is Caves of Qud, the ultra-deadly, super fun roguelike about mutation in a post-apocalyptic world. I'll see y'all next time. If you want to get the game for yourself, I got a link for you down below in the description. How you doing? Take care, everybody. It's been a blast.